Presenting the Northwest Bank Wildcat News with the Bolt's Emily Magas. News from the Humboldt schools presented every Wednesday at this time by Northwest Bank. And now, here's Emily.
You're listening to Wildcat News on 97.7 Bolt, brought to you by Northwest Bank. And this week I have a full house. I am joined first by George Bruder, and we're going to talk about positive behavior inventions and support at the elementary school, something that they're doing to support positive behavior in our children. So George, what do you want to talk about with this?
Absolutely, and if you hear PBIS, that's what we're talking about. It's positive behaviors, interventions, and support. So you said that very well. So PBIS is for short. But this is our fifth year, continuing PBIS at the elementaries. And our committee is made up of who I want to name them because they have been working so hard. They met quite a few times this past summer, and and as we know, we usually have the summer off, whatever that means. But we came in, we worked hard to prep for this year, and I just like to name who's on our team. We have two members from AEA, Area Education Association. That's Melissa Worth and Cheryl Lyon. And then we have Andrea Lubenthal, who's here today with us, and part of the TLC piece of PBIS, which we've talked about before in the air. Lisa Long, 4th grade, Diane Bacon, 3rd grade, Crystal Miller, 2nd, and Brenda Larson, 1st grade, so we have a representative from each grade level. And then for kindergarten, it's Sonia Payton, and EC5 preschool, we have Brenda Capacious. We also have on our team Tanya Coughlin, who's at Taft Elementary, Tiffany Larson, who's at Meese. Liz is here today with us, and she's our elementary guidance counselor from both Meese and Taft, so she'll be talking here in a little bit. And we also have Andrea Patterson, our school and family coordinator, Shondell Beeman, who's at Meese Elementary, and then Katina Warden helps us kind of put all the data together. She's really, really helpful to us. She's the mastermind on the computer and keeps our data easy to find at our fingertips. And then we also have Jen Brown, who's one of our interventionists that's part of the committee. So the reason I mention all the names is all the hard work that they have put into this. Like I said, this is our 5th year, and we still have some tweaking to do, some improvement in the PBIS setup that we have, and we're moving in the right direction. So with that, I commend the committee for the work that they've done so far.
All right, awesome. Sounds like you got a great group of individuals there. I'm going to pass the microphone on to Andrea Lubenthal now, who is going to continue talking about positive behavior inventions and support throughout the elementary schools in Humboldt Community School District.
Well, I'm going to talk about the implementation of PBIS this school year. We met early summer. We got together as a team, and we just started looking at the data that the staff had. I think they took, was it a survey that they took, Liz? They took a survey and just we looked at the data, the strengths of implementation, some of the weaknesses that they wanted to make sure that they improved upon for this coming up school year. So with that data, we looked at some things. One of the things was major versus minor offenses. We spent time clarifying that information, making sure that, depending if it was a major or minor, how we needed to be documenting that, making sure that it was handled in an effective manner. We also wanted to make sure that we created some type of implementation on, having some type of a procedure for teachers to follow to ensure that students were given positive feedback, that there was reinforcement of that positive behavior if a negative behavior occurred. We want to make sure that students realize what the expectations are and how they were not being met, and make sure that we explicitly teach the expectations that they should be following. And we wanted to make sure that staff had that clear procedure. So what we did is we created a flow chart to address those behaviors, and again, so that it was directly instructing the correct behavior. And with this flow chart that teachers can now use, it's consistent throughout the building. Buildings actually both between Meese and Taft, and that we know that teachers are responding effectively. Also, when we met to start planning for implementation for this school year, we talked about when to teach those explicit expectations. It's really important that the kids get that explicit instruction so that they know and understand the positive behavior that's expected of the Humboldt Community Schools. And so we just kind of made a schedule. We divided up who's going to teach what and when and how that was going to be taught. So all the teachers were kind of on the same page with that. And that way, again, kids are getting that explicit instruction and making sure that we teach them what is expected to be a positive member of the community schools. So, and finally, we kind of spent some time discussing the celebrations and the rewards that students can look forward to by demonstrating those positive behaviors. And I think Liz is going to talk on those celebrations that we decided on.
So when we have our students participating in PBIS, one of the things that comes along with that are school-wide celebrations. We set a goal as a school, and when we meet that goal, all students get to participate in the celebration of meeting that goal as a community. So we're breaking it up into kind of quarterly goals. In order to meet a goal, we have students in the school working to getting CAT cards, and our expectations are CATS, CATS. It's care about others, act responsibly, try your best, and stay positive. So when students are exemplifying those expectations and fulfilling or exceeding those expectations, they're given an acknowledgement card called a CATS card. Every week, all the CATS cards are tallied by classroom. And we do individual celebrations by classroom, and then we also tally all of those CAT cards as a school and celebrate as a school community meeting a goal together. When we teach students those expectations, we teach them at the beginning of the year in each section of the school, in the lunchroom, the hallways, the classrooms, and we've even brought in this year on the buses, how do our expectations overflow out of our building and into any school community event. So we teach our kids those expectations at the beginning of the year, and then after Christmas we do kind of a mid-year boost. We've also added this year that every month one class in each grade level will teach an expectation area to the other classes. That way students are taking responsibility and leadership in teaching their classmates and in learning how to exemplify what the expectations are. So as they learn those expectations, as they figure out how to implement those things into their daily life and into the culture of our school, they receive these acknowledgement cards, and we put them all together and we reach goals as a school community and we celebrate all together. So those are our expectations and celebrations for our PBIS program.
All right, awesome. So we talked to George Bruder, Andrea Lubenthal, and Liz Dent about the PBIS program at the elementary. We are going to take a quick break here on 97.7 Bolt to talk to Mark Wenzel about the program that they have going on in the middle school level. So stick around with us here on the Northwest Bank Wildcat News.
Hi, this is Julie Clendenin with Northwest Bank. Northwest Bank is proud of its partnership with the Humboldt Community Schools. Northwest Bank supports Wildcat academics and athletics and wishes the players, students, and parents continued success. Commitment you can bank on isn't just a slogan, it's the way we conduct our business to meet the needs of our customers. We offer great rates, great products, and superior service. Whether you're buying a house or shopping for a new car, come experience the difference. Northwest Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You're listening to 97.7 The Bolt, and we are in the middle of the Northwest Bank Wildcat News here on 97.7. We already talked to a couple of people about the positive behavior inventions and support at the elementary school to promote positive behavior in the students there, and they continue that at the middle school. And I'm going to talk to Mark Wenzel about Olweus, and it is a program that they have going on at the middle school.
Yes, at the middle school, we do a few different things there to try to address the changes that are happening with our students. One of the things that we have implemented is the Olweus program. The reason that we have the Olweus program is because bullying has been a huge problem in the U.S. I mean, nationwide, it's something that we hear about all the time. So the government has actually said, we need to be doing something about that, which we were doing before the government had the push, but this is a program that has research-based evidence, and so it helps us gather the data we need to, try to find where our troubled spots are, and then address those trouble areas and help teach students positive skills when it comes to interacting with others. And in middle school, some of that is a learning curve just because of the dynamics of kids who are, trying to figure themselves out and learn how they fit. Another thing is bullying is sometimes questioned with what is bullying. Bullying is a targeted behavior towards an individual that happens repeatedly, more than once, or on numerous occasions over time. The other thing that goes along with the bullying definition is it has to be an imbalance of power. Sometimes two students get into a conflict that have the same amount of power, and they just have a disagreement or are attacking each other. If there's an imbalance of power where one is placed over the other, whether that be mentally, emotionally, friendship groups, or things like that, then it starts to look like bullying. So we have a lot of those conversations, and that's what the Olweus program does. It not only, we take a survey that tells us, it tells us where we are as far as that data goes, but it also allows us to compare from year to year whether we've made improvements or have fallen back, or if there's areas of concern. A few areas of concern that seem to hit, are the cafeteria, which we've done different interventions such as assigned seating or mixing it up. In the hallway, where a lot of our teachers are giving a great amount of support just to supervise the hallways, and I can't say enough about the teachers. The teachers actually are what help us with this program. They're our eyes and ears, and they come up with problem-solving solutions to help these students, to make sure they feel safe at school. One of the other things we do is we have this time called Classroom Olweus meetings, and those meetings include different topics from, how to get along with others, what sportsmanship looks like, to cyberbullying, safety of the internet, and those kind of things. We've actually hit a whole new realm of bullying when it comes to cyberbullying that we're trying to get a grasp on how to handle and investigate and do those things. We've had law enforcement help us with those decisions at the school level, and we've also brought in like Officer Teague last week, I think 2 weeks ago, that met with the student body and also had a parent meeting and discussed some of the concerns that go along with harassment and bullying as far as it goes online.
All right, awesome. So again, that's Mark Wenzel talking about the Olweus program at the middle school. Do either of you have anything else that you would like to mention? All right, thank you so much for joining me this week on the Northwest Bank Wildcat News here at 97.7 The Bolt.
This has been the Northwest Bank Wildcat News Program, presented every Wednesday at this time by Northwest Bank.